Hello, y'all. Happy Sunday.
um, but I don't do anything crazy as far as makeup. Yes, guys, do me a favor. Everybody, I want you all to share out this live. I want you all to tap that screen until I have a dent in my forehead. Um, so Nina and I are coming together and wanted to talk to you all about something. We have something planned, but we wanted to discuss a couple of things. I'm with you. Do you want me to go? Did you want to go, Nina?
Oh, you were talking. You could go ahead. It's
So,
all good.
it is Autism Awareness Month, guys, for those of you that don't know. Now, autism is, let's be real, we all are affected by somebody with autism. Okay? I have a beautiful niece named Nikki who has autism. Um, I know that canceled son has autism. We are all affected and love somebody with autism. It's just there, it's everywhere. And right down to the content we do, autism affects us because Nick also has autism. And so, right down to the justice that we look for and that we seek and that we're fighting for, your brother Angel, yes, a lot of us do. So autism, I think, hits home for a lot of us, even on a content level, because again, here we are looking for some kind of justice for Nick, who also suffers from autism. And so, I think because it is a subject matter that affects all of us in some way, shape, or form, whether it be, our family members, our friends, somebody
Well,
that
I
we,
think even just more in terms of like the justice system, like there's no um, guardrails for people with autism. Um, there's nothing, there's no training, it's just kind of like whatever happens, happens. And because I feel like obviously it's a disability, but it's not something that they take into account, and that's the real issue. So it's very important for us to bring awareness, just because there's a lot of people affected by the treatment, and we really need to bring awareness to that because I don't think a lot of people realize how many people are affected by it, and the fact that there's no guardrails for people with it.
yeah. So we were talking today. Did you guys hear about Victor Perez? 17-year-old autistic teen out of, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this guy's, Pocatello, Idaho. And I'm going to give you the short story from what we read. But he's a 17-year-old boy who was at a family party, I believe, some kind of function outside, some kind of family barbecue or whatever. And he is severely autistic. He picked up a knife, not intending to hurt anybody. And his sister was trying to help him and trying to get the knife away from him. He was stemming, and they were trying to, hold on, because I keep forgetting to take my case off, guys. Give me 1 second. That's why you can't hear it. Because I was in the case. This one's not working. But is that better, guys? Can y'all hear me better? All right. So all right, that's better. So Victor Perez is a 17-year-old autistic teen out of Pocatello, Idaho. He was shot 9 times, I believe, by 4 police officers because somebody at the party, a neighbor, was concerned, excuse me, called the police because they saw the sister trying to get the knife from his hand. He wasn't trying to harm anybody, but he was shot 9 times, ended up in the hospital in a coma, and passed away. And what happened was these police came, they saw him with the knife in his hand. Before they got through the fence, they asked him to stop. He just stumbled towards them. He was physically disabled. He just saw them and started stumbling towards him, and they shot him. Again, there's the lack of knowledge, the lack of awareness, how to approach somebody, how to assess somebody for something like autism. It was obvious that he was physically handicapped. They didn't ask any questions, and they shot him, and he died. And he had no intent on harming anybody. He was stemming at the time.
But also 9 shots. Like people really need to
Poor
take.
officer.
It's not like they shot him in the knee or somewhere to just stop him. This was something where it's like when you're shooting 9 times, you're shooting to kill.
Yeah. They shot him until he fell. And he did pass. They took him off life support this morning, yes. And it's hard. And this is where education is so important. Knowledge and education, because I get being a police officer and not being knowledgeable about autism, seeing somebody wrestling around with their sister with a gun, with a knife, and then I say drop it, not knowing that they're not capable of even understanding what's happening.
Hold on 1 second.
And then he stumbles towards me with a knife, and I'm thinking like he's coming at me, I gotta shoot him. But I also understand that's where education is crucial. That's where it is so damn important to educate these police officers, these people sitting, these teachers. Everybody needs to be educated on autism. Because I really feel like if they, and that's even the person at the party. They said that he appeared intoxicated. They did not know he was autistic. But again, that's where education knows ask around before you call and say someone's just intoxicated. He wasn't intoxicated. And he was 17 years old. And again, ask somebody. Talk before you just automatically shoot. Like, get a picture of what's going on before you just shoot. You can't assume everybody's on the same cognitive level. That's where we go wrong. And that's what makes this so scary. So, yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. What's up, honey? Oh, sorry, I gotta take a bun out.
Oh.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. She still had her bun in from gymnastics. But yeah, he was only 17 years old and shot right there in front of his family. And it's sad. And so with it being autism awareness, I know his family does have a GoFundMe. His name is Victor Perez. Again, it's on CNN. You can look up the article, but just by looking up his name, Victor Perez, 17-year-old from Pocatello, Idaho. But again, it's Autism Awareness Month, and because autism is so close to all of us, Nina and I have decided we are going to battle every day this week. Now, I know a lot of you don't like battles, and there's nothing wrong with that. So the only, if it's just a tap to support us, we appreciate that as much as anything else. However, everything that we make in these battles that we do every day this week, one of us will donate to Autism Speaks, okay? And then one of us will donate to Victor's family. So there will be 2 donations made to different things every day this week from these battles that we do. And so we are asking you all, even if it's just to like the live. We get that not everybody is able to monetarily donate. That's okay. However, everything that we do donate, if you want to go to his page and donate, you don't feel comfortable donating through us, that's okay too. But yeah, that's what we've decided that we are going to do. Sorry guys, my voice, I'm still sick.
There's water by the refrigerator. All you have to do is put your cup there.
What we decided to do so we could do our part. And again, I will match up to the first $100 of what I get. Just because autism is really so close to all of us. It affects all of us. And education needs to be put out there.
Yes. And I put this up because it says a little bit about it. I don't know if you guys could see it. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. The kids keep coming in here and like doing the most.
Of course they are.
But I put this up because, it talks about it's Awareness Month. and inclusion and acceptance, awareness and actions. So I feel like that this was a good poster for any questions. So you could take a screenshot
Yeah.
For you guys to see that.
And
And
again, go ahead.
go ahead.
I just want to say again and again, if you can't monetarily donate, there's nothing wrong with that. Liking the live and just tapping through the thing will help us just as much. And so everything and anything is appreciated. And again, it will be donated not just by me, but by us, as Ivy Rose knows, and the chat. Like I do all the time. It's not just me, it's all of us that will be making that donation. So, my 8-year-old nephew was bullied yesterday by an adult. I'm so sorry, lovely. I'm sorry that happens. That's not cool. That's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. But yeah, so that's what we have decided to come together and do. And then afterwards, we're going to hold a live and we're going to talk about Nick and how it has affected Nick, or just autism in general. I feel like a lot of information is out there on autism that people don't really know. You know, and again, she's right. The justice system, we have to do something about that. You know, Nick sat through a whole interrogation and he had needs that they didn't see. So, yeah, I can't hear you.
Not even just the interrogation, when it came to court, when it came to the interrogation, when it came to them dealing with him inside the jail, we still don't even know, like, as far as the prison, like how they are handling things. So it's all across the board.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's everywhere. And so that is what our plan is for tonight. So if you guys can do me a favor and share this live out. I'm trying to share it out myself, guys, so bear with me here. Because you know me, I can't
think he will get some sort of justice. We just have to keep pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. May I donate a drawing as a gift to top gifter? Absolutely, Magda, that's awesome. That would be amazing too. Absolutely. So Magda wants to donate a drawing to the top gifter as a gift. And Magda, I appreciate that. I think that's an awesome idea, guys. So yes, the top gifter gets a drawing by Magda. I love that. And I appreciate that. Thank you. I think that's awesome. So now, guys, before we start this battle, I don't know how Nina battles. I don't know if Nina knows how to battle. So
I don't know how to do this. Like,
I've done it like once or twice.
I think I've
All
only
I
been
know
in
is I get
battles
a
by
little
mistake.
I get a little overexcited just because I see lines moving. So.
Not overexcited.
All right, how do we do it? Somebody want to walk me through this?
I think the boxing rings, that's all I could think.
Are we all ready? We all got our tapping fingers out? Who's got those little machine tapper things? Like, I know you all went and bought tappers from the TikTok shop. Y'all put your tappers on or whatever.
I actually don't know.
Yes, thank you, Magda. Remember, tapping the screen is free will.
Yeah, I actually don't know how to battle.
Absolutely. Tapper power activated. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let me see if I can do this. Send invite. There you go. I just invited you.
How do you do that?
I have no idea. I just hit the button with the little boxing gloves. Oh, go! Oh, go! Wait! It's on! It's on! It's on! It's on! Come on, guys! We gotta beat Nina. We gotta beat Nina. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, it says the match has started. It's already started. It's already started. All right, guys, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes, yes, come on, come on. We're gonna win. We got this, guys. We got this. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. I don't know what else to do other than tap the screen. So just tap the damn screen, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Tap, 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 tap.
You know what we should have
That's
did?
so funny.
I should have put on
Yes, thank you, Ladybug. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
my Arizona Kenny wig.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, now she's going to come with costumes. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sinedge. Thank you, guys, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, guys. I'm not a big
You are whooping my ass on another level.
Thank you, Bethany. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I don't know what a bonus mission is, but it says 30-second bonus mission. I don't even know what that means, but hey, go for it.
That's so funny.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Holomom. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I do not even know what's happening, other than I could tell that you're winning.
I have double points. I don't know what double points means, but it says I have double points. It says, get the point target. 30. I don't know what that means either, guys, but yes, whatever we're doing it right. That's all I can say is that whatever y'all are doing it. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Jacqueline.
Thank you for the gifts, y'all.
I don't know what the target was, but whatever it was reached. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ladybug. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Drea. Thank you. Thank you. Times 2 gifting points. I don't know what that
how it says 42 seconds.
I don't know. It says 40 seconds times 2 gifting points. I don't know what that means. Thank you, Demetra.
Where
Thank
do
you,
see that?
Thank you, Onward. It's a little red box on my screen that's pointing at me. It says times 2 gifting points. I don't know what that means. Thank you, Huffy Puffy. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, I don't know, but my pink is that way. Thank you, Miss Moore. Thank you, JJ. Thank you guys so much.
This is so funny.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Coco. Thank you, Coco. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lena. Thank you guys so much. I don't know what any of it means. I don't know what the times 2 means. Thank you, Magical Eyes. Thank you. I don't know, but there's a cute little flower dancing on my screen. Thank you, Onward. Thank you, guys. Thank you, cute little flag. I don't even know. Thank you, Coco. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I don't know what any of it means.
How much time is left? Like, how do you know? I don't understand.
We have 1 minute. There's a little timer up here on the box that says we have 1 minute, 50 seconds. Thank you, Demetra. Thank you.
Where does it say this?
There's a little right in between our picture up at the top. Look up. In between our picture. Okay. Thank you, Dana. Thank you. Guys, tap the hell out of the screen. I want my forehead dented. Thank you, Star. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Flag. I can't read your name because I'm half blind.
Okay. I get it now. I think. Thank you for the gifts, y'all.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. I don't know, but that's cute. Thank you, Coco. Thank you. Tap the screen. They want to keep tapping too. Keep tapping. Thank you. Oh my God. Yes, we have less than 1 minute. We have 54 seconds.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Coco. Thank you so much. Thank you, JJ. Oh, that's so sweet, JJ. Thank you, Lena. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody in here for tapping. I appreciate it so much. All of you, thank you, guys, so much. Thank you for tapping. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for all of it. Thank you.
I think I figured it out.
I know. I have to be calm because I don't know how Nina can handle it. She's never.
I can handle what? I don't know what's going on.
For the first one, we got to be gentle. Usually I'm up jumping around and I'm up now Nina's talking about wearing costumes. So I don't know. This might get a little deep during the week.
A good one.
I'm just saying. Oh, we're down to the last second, guys. Thank you. Yes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, guys. Thank you all so much.
You lose. Thank you all.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Let me see who.
It said what?
So JJ got the MVP. Dana, Coco, thank you guys. Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Drea, Cody Brown, Jessica, Miss Moore, Demetra, Ladybug, Sinej, did I say your name? Thank you all so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. For all of you. Is it still going? Why are we still going again? Oh my gosh!
It's not
Oh my
still
gosh, don't look
going.
at me, thank people.
It's not still
Yes, it
going.
is. Oh, we're
It's not
not?
for me.
Oh, they're
No, it's
telling me
not.
it's still going. Oh, I got scared.
No,
See, I really don't know. Okay, so I can calm down now? Oh, it's a victory lap. What is a victory lap?
oh, I don't know. I don't know what any of this is.
I don't know what it, yeah. What's a victory lap? I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what a victory lap is, but I don't know what it is on TikTok.
But it's a
Look at
countdown.
them
But
laughing at me. I don't know. They're laughing at me. Nothing. Oh, so we're good. I don't know what that is either, Julie. Mom of three. I have no idea.
I
I
really
don't know.
don't.
Whatever it is.
It's not
And
anything though.
no, nothing's moving.
No, and it says lose and then you win. So it's not saying. I don't know
Yeah,
how
it
this works.
says, I guess the time will, I don't know. Nothing really. I guess we're done. Oh, it means you could start another match. No, I think when it was good, we're good. You just thank everyone and celebrate. Oh, that's all it is. All right, well, thank you, everybody. Thank
Oh,
you guys
that's
so
victory
much.
at the victory lap.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you all so much. I really do appreciate you all. I appreciate you all for tapping. Again, it's going to go to the autism. We're going to donate it to the Autism Speaks, I think was the name of it. Is that what I said? And then to Victor Perez, his GoFundMe, which is
Yes.
posted up. If you guys don't feel comfortable donating to this, I appreciate your tapping, and you can always go to, either their
We'll post
website.
when we donate it, right? Like a screenshot.
Yes, yeah, that's what I do. I always post it in my story though, because TikTok doesn't like it in a video, and I'm not really good on like doing a video like that, so I
I
usually
mean,
just post it.
TikTok doesn't like it in a video.
I don't know. One time I got reported for it for putting up a receipt where I donated, and so ever since then I just put it in my stories.
You
So
probably be reported for that too.
no, I didn't for the stories. It was just I don't know if it was what the video. I don't know. For some reason, it didn't like the video.
Oh,
People were massively reporting me
maybe
at that
do it on
time.
your Instagram.
Yeah, I could do that.
Probably better to do
Yeah,
that because
try
right
it.
now with the way things are getting reported, if
Your
it gets
brother has
story,
Asperger's, Jessica? Moo is killing me here today, guys. I've got. Hello, Nicole. Ooh. Hello. So yes, thank you guys. I really do appreciate that. And like I said, we'll do it for the week, and everything that we make will be donated. And I think this is the perfect time. Because
ASD is Asperger's, but is Asperger's? I thought this is what I heard. I don't know if this is true, but Asperger's and autism is now lumped together. Like it's no difference. Like I don't really understand that. That's what someone.
so yes
Yeah,
and no.
someone
They're
says yes,
lumped
they
in
are.
the right in,
Yeah.
but not in. So they're not the same thing though. Is that making sense? Like Asperger's and sorry, different spectrums. Yes, I got the cat hairs all over me. Hi, my granddaughter has autism. Bless her. Aw, Jules. Different spectrums. Yes, that's absolutely correct. They don't use the title anymore at all, right? I got a cat hair everywhere. This cat is killing me. They don't. Yeah, they don't. But yeah, I mean, I think my heart goes out to anyone with autism. But it's scary to see what Nick went through and how many, you got to wonder how many people have been affected by Nick, like Nick, in the past. How many people are sitting in prison because they didn't get a
Thank
fair
you,
trial
Mimi.
because of autism? You know what I mean? Or a diagnosis like it. Like, that's crazy to me. Your twin brother has autism? Aw. Yeah, it's really
I think
scary.
they say 1 in every 4 people, or yeah, or 1 in every 10. I
I
can't
know it's a
remember, but
lot.
it's actually pretty high. It's like 30-something% of people born now have it.
Yeah. Nicole says she has 4 nieces and nephews with autism. Yeah, I have a niece with autism. It's 1 in 31. That's still a small amount.
I
That's
actually
still a
think
lot.
I seen something higher within America itself.
Yeah,
Like I
I feel
think I
like,
saw like a higher number. I'm pretty sure because I did a video on it before, and it was, oh no, 1 in 34. It might be in men or women or something, but there was a number that was pretty significant, and I was shocked that it was that many,
yeah,
especially for not as many people to be aware on autism and like the signs and stuff like that. It kind of, to see how many people, I was like, wow.
yeah. So females don't get checked as much because usually they start checking them as kids, and little boys are always more hyperactive anyway. You know what I mean? And so I feel like boys get picked to be checked more often than girls.
Yeah, they said because girls present so differently. But I think like that even also with ADHD, a lot of times the girls with, huh? Good night, baby, I love you. Um Girls with even ADHD tend to like um be overachievers. So it presents differently even within them. So I think a lot of things with women it does well.
Yeah.
3 to 1 women are misdiagnosed. I can see that.
Our mom says her brother and cousin are both on the spectrum. Oh, wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
know a
wasn't
lot of.
diagnosed with ADHD until I was in my early 30s.
Oh,
But I
wow.
think ADHD is
As an
very,
adult,
it's different
different.
because a lot of people, as an adult, I think functioning with ADHD is a lot easier than, when you're in school, because when you're in school, you're supposed to be conforming to what they want. But as an adult, and especially for me, because I've always had my own business until like I got into the regular workforce, and I was managing someone else's business, so it was kind of like I had a little more freedom than I would have had like in a regular, very structured job. So it presented differently for me because I was able to like make my own schedule, like operate how I wanted to, if that makes sense. So it wasn't like it had to be done like this, so you don't really notice it as much.
Right. Oh, wow. My oldest son and my daughter are both on the spectrum. They have Asperger's. Oh, wow. Yeah, my son was diagnosed with ADHD at 5 years old. Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're diagnosing them younger now, and because I think it was a thing when I was growing up, but really wasn't. I think a lot of people really didn't realize what it was.
Yeah, see, there wasn't a lot of people with autism wasn't a thing when we were younger. You know what I mean? It was very rare to hear anybody was autistic or you know what I mean? And since then, it's come around and a lot more people talk about it and it's
Hey
diagnosed and
there,
picked up a
man.
lot more because of school, right? Schools will have them tested. JJ said, let me see. The cat keeps moving my arm. I worked 12 years as a para with kids from 5th grade to young adults. Aw, JJ, that's sweet. I've had ADD as a child, but I feel as I've been misdiagnosed, I have autism now. So you think you have
Thank
autism
you,
now?
Amber.
I believe it because back when we were younger, I mean, to be diagnosed with autism wasn't, it was very uncommon.
Yeah, you didn't get checked for stuff like that when you think about it.
Yeah. New York tests them. Is that someone just said something about New York is testing the kids earlier now? Yeah, in New York, early intervention if someone's diagnosed at 18 months, moderate to severe. Oh, wow.
18 months? How would you know at 18 months, though?
You know, I don't know.
I could see maybe 3 or 4 because Gio had parent-teacher conferences at his school, his little daycare or whatever, which, because they're very kind of structured in like the schooling and stuff like that. And, they sit down with you, they explain like, what their strengths and weaknesses are. And they're like, he's really good with taking directions. He listens very well. And so I think like you could see it kind of in that type of structure in that age, you might be able to see it. But I would, like 18 months, how would you know? Like,
I don't know. I guess maybe there's other cues, especially for autism, there's cues that goes along with,
thank you, Amber.
you know what I mean, the social interaction, their, right, how they present, like they do, there's certain physical things that they do,
But you got to think about it. These COVID babies are very different,
Mm-hmm. That's
right?
true.
Like, I feel like with COVID babies, you could see it. Like, you could possibly think those are the signs just because they weren't around a lot of people when they were born. Like, so I think it would be kind of hard to know. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I thought my grandson was autistic at first. There was just concerns because he was talking later, and we brought it to their attention. They're like, "No, he's perfectly fine." I was like, "Oh, okay," but he was a COVID baby. You know what I mean?
I'm
So
telling you, those COVID babies are cut very different. Like, I think for Gio, he's probably just been really good with school and stuff like that because he's been in daycare since he was 6 months old because I had to go back to work. But most kids don't, and the type of daycares he's been in, like as soon as they hit like 1.5, they were very structured as far as like schooling. So, but I think a lot of daycares, they don't operate the way his daycares have.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Because like most daycares, they're really just kind of watching them, right? And kind of like doing stuff here and there. But they were both very structured. This last one is more structured than the first one. But
that's a big
when I
deal.
think about it, if they're not just watching them and kind of like doing little things to kind of keep them busy, how would you really, you know what I'm saying? Because COVID babies are very, very different.
They really are.
I feel like they're more antisocial if they haven't been in those settings.
Yeah, yeah.
It's where you would do more play dates and stuff like that. You're not, because like think about it. He was born January of that year of COVID. You're
Yeah.
not taking them out to the parks and, play dates. And I wasn't really even taking him into
Chuck
supermarkets until he was
Cheese,
like almost one and a
anywhere.
half.
Yeah.
Right.
hmm
Even now, people are kind of like leery of Chuck E. Cheese, so they didn't have the
Yeah.
same experiences. Like Lonnie was in Chuck E. Cheese almost every other weekend when I had
Yeah.
um,
At the park,
before
just
COVID.
playing,
Yeah.
interacting with each other, and yeah, they didn't do that. No, and then that really does make a big deal.
Yeah. So I think it's even harder to kind of tell with COVID babies because they haven't really socialized as much as a lot of other kids have.
Yeah, I agree.
And most people were scared to put them in daycares. I know I was petrified at first because I
Yeah,
was like, that's the breeding ground for anything to happen would be, yeah.
is there. And your cousin's son has ASD. He's a COVID baby. Oh, yeah, it really does make a difference. I look how many just from our chats. Look how many people are affected by all of this now. I mean, think about that. You know what I mean? It's really scary to think that there's so many people affected, like our children or our grandchildren, or there's so many little ones right now that are affected with it. And one day they're going to be grown. And one day they could be like Victor Perez, just sitting at a barbecue, picking up a knife unknowingly, not meaning any ill intent with it, just picking it up curious and sitting there, on a table and someone's trying to get it out of your hand. But again, he was autistic, he was stemming at the time, and look what happened, all because someone wasn't knowledgeable. A lot of people, in fact, it wasn't just the police that weren't knowledgeable. It wasn't just, it was the people that were attending the party that were there with him that didn't know that he was on the spectrum. They didn't understand what it meant. They didn't understand what was happening. And that's where, number one, if you do, please make sure that people know. There's a, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to walk around, this cat, I'm telling you. You don't
Not
want
only
to walk
that,
around just
you
being
kind
like,
of
oh, my kid's autistic. But I mean, if they have a tendency where that could happen, it's like, what do you do? I don't, it's, you're in a predicament.
not only that, when you think about this, even if there was a law in Missouri at the time that you couldn't use people with disabilities, I don't think Nicholas would have fell in that. Like, they would not have even focused in on that.
Focusing on what?
There's a law now that you can't, like, you'll get charged for using someone with a disability to commit a crime.
Right,
Right.
right.
But even had that had been a law at the time of her crime, I think they would have overlooked it just because they didn't even take it into account.
No, yeah, I agree. And they can have that law, and that law's all well and good. But the problem is, if from the very beginning of this situation, people need to be knowledgeable about all of it. You know what I mean? The people who arrested him need to be knowledgeable. The people who are interrogating him need to be knowledgeable. The people, like you said, the lawyers, the judge, the jury, all of them need to be knowledgeable. Like, how do you sit there on a jury and judge someone with autism when you have no idea what autism is? And that goes right back to where I personally believe there should be paid juries. I think that should be a job. I think you should go to school and learn how to be unbiased.
I don't know about that though, because that would be a little bit more where the government could control the opinions of the juries if that's someone that's on payroll.
Yeah, I guess you're right, though. Yeah, I just feel like, you know,
Because I think at least there's a rotation of people. So there's less control over, like, you can't, because already the fact that public defenders, to me, I feel like it's already like a conflict of interest, but obviously there's nothing that could really be done about that. But just that, you know what I'm saying? And then now you would add in a jury, that to me, that would be even more conflicted because they would be obviously working for the government, which, you know, their jobs rely on where they work at, right? So I just feel like it would put too much in the government's hand, and that's already where I feel like there's already too much of that to begin with.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just feel like not your average person doesn't know about autism. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't have that kind of knowledge about autism, and without it, how can you understand where this person's coming from if they're being convicted of a crime like Nick person, you know?
If they would have allowed the specialist to speak in the hearing, then and that's the reason why stuff like that's so important, you know, with being able to have that come into court. That alone, not having a specialist be able to come in and speak on that, I feel like that's where the real issue is, because even if you're not aware of it, if, you know, a doctor comes in and explains how, you know, especially a doctor that specializes with neurodivergence, like, it would have helped a lot to explain, like, how, you know, it would present itself, like how it would affect him as far as Gypsy and the dynamic between him and Gypsy and the dynamic between him and his mom and kind of like the things that were taking place. It would have been very different. But I feel like when it comes to them not having that, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of where the issue is. I don't think the jury not knowing about it really is a bad thing, because I feel like if the doctor would have came in and explained it, they would have came in with an open mind.
True, but then the problem that I have is that you have both a professional coming in from the state side and defense side. So now you got two contradicting opinions on a disorder that somebody already doesn't know that much about. So that's where I feel like it becomes really, well, which one's better? Who do you believe? It just all boils down to like,
But I mean,
even
also,
not so much for the jury. I feel like the lawyers, like you said, the everyone needed to have education aside from the jurors. I feel like the investigators, Maholi, what was her name? Like that one did a whole botch job. If he wasn't autistic,
the issue is though, because um I feel like it seems as though you see cases like this very, at least where it's put to the forefront, it's very slim.
right?
And I just feel like it's not a concern that they've had because they haven't really been affected by it, or it appears to seem as though it's a lot of, they personally within the courts haven't, it hasn't affected them, so to them it's kind of like, okay,
Right.
whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just, I don't know, I don't feel like there's enough out there, and it has, unfortunately, I feel like it's going to take for something really big for,
Or somebody really important for this to affect. You know what I mean? Somebody with a big
because if you
name.
even think about it, Perez, it's a minority. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it in the grand scheme of things, you're not going to really see, like, his family put out a GoFundMe. Yes, people are going to donate. People are going to, do what they can. But on the grand scheme of things, when you look at it in a big picture, it's not important to them enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially like somewhere like Idaho.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bet you those cops won't be charged with anything, When you think about it, 9 shots, that's extreme for someone that had a knife and not a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very extreme. Like 9 shots, you were shooting to kill.
Yeah.
You know
Yep,
what I'm
I
saying? Like when
agree.
you think about stuff like that, it's just that it hasn't been anything enough to where, thank you for the gifts, y'all. I just feel like they don't take it seriously now. If it was somewhere where their family had money, they would look at it different. If it was like one of the governor's kids, or if it was one of, like someone important's kids, they would take it more serious. But because it's not taken, and unfortunately, it seems like it's the people that don't, social status wise. So if it's not a social status thing, it's not taken as serious as it should.
Happening to a
Yeah.
celebrity's kid or a politician's kid in order for it to be made a bigger deal
Yeah.
or the deal it should be. Nellie Belly, yes, you're right. The police officers didn't even make it through the fence. They were on the other side of the fence when they shot him. They didn't even get into where he was yet. Yeah. Which is really sad.
And 9 shots. That's, I mean, when you really think about it, 9 gunshots.
4 separate officers, yeah.
That is, you were shooting to kill. You weren't shooting to, like stop something. You weren't, and like I said, he had a knife. He didn't have a gun. Like that's excessive, beyond excessive force for someone that had only a knife.
Nobody was hurt. He didn't hurt anybody. He didn't stab anybody. There were no victims. There were no, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So, a couple of people are asking us to recap. They don't know who we're talking about, so I'm going to do that. And guys, don't mind the coughing. I'm just getting over a flu. I don't know what the heck I got. But the story is, where'd it go? The story is.
Hey, Rachel. Rachel Garlick's in my chat.
Hey, Rachel.
That's 54.
So, a 17-year-old boy named Victor Perez outside of Pocatello, Idaho, was shot and killed. He was autistic. He was at I don't know if it was a family party or he was around family and friends at a party outside. He picked up a knife. The sister who was trying to help him and trying to get the knife away from him, he was not intending to harm anybody. He was not going after anybody. He did start stemming though, he was like just moving with no, and somebody who was there was concerned, a neighbor, and called the police.
Okay, I'll check it out.
They called the police and reported to the police that there was an intoxicated person with a knife. The police got there. They saw him with the knife. They saw him with the sister. The sister was just trying to get it out of his hands. And they told him to drop the knife. He saw them, and again, he was
I would say
physically
he was overstimulated.
overstimulated. He was physically disabled and stumbled forward towards the officers who were on the other side of the fence. But again, stumbling not because he was drunk, but because he was physically disabled. And they shot him 9 times. 4 police officers shot him 9 times, where he was in a coma at the hospital, and the family this morning had to pull the plug because he was considered brain dead, and he's deceased now. All because of a miscommunication and a misunderstanding, because the boy had autism, and it was reported as one thing, and I'm not sticking up for those cops. He is absolutely right. You don't shoot 9 times to knock
Even
somebody
if it
down.
wasn't autism,
Gun. Right. He didn't
even
have a gun, he had a knife. And you were on the
yeah,
opposite side of the fence. What was he doing to you? That I don't
yeah.
understand.
I don't think that was enough. Even if he didn't have autism, it could have been anything that could have a flashback, or he could have seen something happening that they didn't see. It could have been anything, and just
Even if he
like
had a gun, if he wasn't shooting or pointing it, you don't shoot them. You talk them down. Isn't the whole
if he
point?
had a gun, I would have been like, okay, I kind of could see maybe they thought the people around might have been in danger. I would have given it a little more of a pass.
Right.
But this and 9,
9 times?
9 is that is
It was 9
excessive
times.
force.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, it
can't
was.
make sense. I personally don't feel like because even just as a civilian, right? You see someone with a knife and you don't automatically feel like, oh shoot, right? Like that wouldn't be my first thought.
Right. And I said he was not an immediate threat, full stop. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Magda said a parent who was a child with something like the autism will never sleep a solid night out of worry. Yeah, you have to worry. You have to worry for the
Yeah.
Victors and the Nicks.
And
You
then the
know,
people that are
possibly
just trying to
someone or them.
manipulate and try to play on.
Yeah.
And you have to think that Gypsy when you really think about the fact that Gypsy is out here doing whatever she does, she has really set the stage to show you can do it and get away with it and use someone that they're going to throw away anyway.
Yeah.
And that is the really big issue. And I think a lot of people really don't understand how serious that is. Because if you can use someone as a scapegoat with a disability like his, and not only does he have autism, he has a low IQ and other mental health issues. So, and he was collecting a permanent disability check. And I
Yeah.
think it just sets the stage to be able to use people. And the unfortunate part is when you think about like Bree and her panel, when they talk about it, they hold Nick more accountable than they hold Gypsy, the woman that planned it for 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
If that is not sexism, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Yep.
Like the fact that you can plan your own mother's demise. You literally plotted for 2.5 years. That same, and people say, oh, she couldn't get away. She was buying them wigs. She was putting on the lingerie. She was taking the pictures. She had over 100 hours of videos. How
She was
100 hours of videos that the detectives were able to view? You mean to tell me that she could not? She herself said her mom told her to get out. Wasn't that one of the things that she said to the detective?
Yeah, and I believe that fight might have actually went
I
down.
actually believe that did go down.
I believe it
Yes, I
did.
do
Yeah.
believe that.
I remember out of Gypsy's own mouth, she said herself, I was getting to the point where I was out of control and she couldn't control me anymore.
Yeah, she told me to leave. She said that. So she says all that, but then people are like, "Oh, she couldn't really leave." Like, which one is it?
Yeah.
I just feel like they play the narrative to where it's convenient to them. But when you really, the fact that anyone could justify using someone with a disability is the devil's work.
That's what
Period.
I completely agree with you. And to sit there and say that he manipulated her is just wild and unbelievable to me. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Who was the one who's more vulnerable to manipulation? Well, that would be Nick. I'm just saying, that's a fact. 100%. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. So, there's that. Your allergies too. I'm sitting over here, my ears are itching, I'm dry. If she could groom a
Yeah,
man,
and Miss Karen is saying she worked with high school children, and some were up to 20 years of age, and they didn't function on that age. And that's another thing, is like they don't function, on their age level. And also, boys tend to not function at the age level as girls do anyway. So that's already
already, right, immature and behind.
right.
Yep.
And then when you get with someone like Gypsy that's as diabolic, and the issue is, I think people hear her voice and just get distracted by her voice and not realize how demonic she is. But when the world really realizes how evil she is as a person, people will stop making excuses. But unfortunately, it's going to take for someone else to lose their life before the world takes it serious. And I'm going to hate to say, I told you so. I said this 2, 3 years ago. I will hate to say it, but that is what it's going to do. Is it's going to take for someone else to lose their life for them to realize how diabolic and evil and how much of a menace to society she is.
Yeah.
The fact that you could kill your mom and then get on TikTok and do dances tells you, and the fact that people don't think that that's disturbing. Like, to see
She
people
got a
sit
whole
up
body
on a
count.
panel, like, they're disgusting. The fact that
Yeah.
people don't see that as disturbing, even if
Yeah.
you take away, you plotted her demise for over 2.5 years. She should have gotten a chair.
I agree
She
with
should
you.
not even be here to tell the story, because
Yep.
she is a waste of society. She should not even be able to have any opportunities.
Yeah.
She
Absolutely.
is a menace. She is a problem. She is literally as she's as worthless as the trash.
Ooh, yeah.
Like that,
Penn
and
just said in
people
my
really
comment.
understood that.
Penn just said in my comment, what's wild to me is people saying he could have walked away. Hello, she could have stopped it at any time. And that brought me to this. Do you guys remember her holding Nick responsible and saying that he should have stopped her?
Hmm.
Well, I mean, if Nick knew it was wrong, why didn't Nick stop me? Why didn't he say no? Why putting all of the responsibility to stop it all on him when, let's be real, he's the one with the cognitive issues.
And
You are not.
she takes zero accountability. And she also said, "Well, that was
Zero.
so 10 years ago." Yeah,
Zero.
I know she's not alive to tell the story, but that was 10 years ago. Her life
Let's
only
get
matters
over
for
it like
five
it's just
years.
something you get over. Yeah. It's just something you get over, you know? It's like, come on.
Like, I don't know how anyone could justify it. And even to hear, what's her name? Recap, Julie. Oh, it's so sad for me and it's so heartbreaking to see people, the hate. She used a disabled man and unalived her mom
Yep.
and came out and cheated on her husband and had a baby by some side dude. Like, just looking at the facts, you're just as disgusting as she is. If you could condone that at your big age, you could condone that activity, you are a terrible person. And you could call it hate. Something's not right with you.
Listen,
And you're just
I
as
don't,
dangerous as her ass is.
I don't care I don't care about the gray areas. At the end of the day, you cannot justify what she did. I don't care if you're saying that she was abused. I don't care what you say, physically, emotionally, any of it. I don't care. She was not in imminent danger. You cannot justify that kind of murder.
Exactly.
You just can't.
And if you feel like Nick should be in prison, then she needs to be in there too. Period.
And I'm going to tell you, and I
Like,
have
that's
said this,
just what it is.
I have never altered, and I have told people the truth about my beliefs when it comes to premeditated murder. I think they should both be in prison for life. I have said that from the get-go. That has always been my opinion. I personally think that when you commit premeditated murder, you should be in prison for life, period, point blank. However, I believe she should have gotten the death penalty. I don't take that back. I'm sorry if it hurt your feelings. I am allowed to believe that. I do believe that
No, she
that
absolutely should have.
crime in which she committed definitely warranted the death penalty. I do believe that she should have been given the death penalty. I do believe at the least they both should be in prison for life. However, what I don't agree with is not that I'm sitting there saying that Nick is innocent. Nick is not saying this. Nick is taking full responsibility for everything he did. He said, yes, I did it. Yes, I'm responsible. Yes, I need to be here. He never said he shouldn't. So for any of us to sit there and say justice for Nick is for him to be let out, that's not what he's looking for. He's looking for a fair trial. That's what he deserves. And that's what my justice for him is, a fair trial. Now, if he gets that fair trial and they let him out, well, that's between him and the
Well,
justice system. It is what it is.
I don't think anyone thinks he needs to just be out.
Right.
And I think that's the
I
misconception
don't think
too.
they would just let him out just like they shouldn't have just let her out. You know what I mean? But and if he got a fair trial and they still said no, you know what? This is your sentence, then it is what it is. That's what I believe. My justice for Nick is for a fair trial,
And
not because I think he's innocent or even that Nick, he knows he's not innocent. Watch when he did that interview, watch it. He admits it. He took accountability where he said specifically, I'll take responsibility for what I did. She never will take responsibility for what she did. And he knows she won't. So,
well, and nobody's even holding her accountable because even her coming out of prison, look at everything she's done since she's came out of prison. If someone does not think she deserves the death penalty, that's wild because just what she's done outside of prison, I actually didn't believe in the death penalty until this. She is what made me realize that it is definitely warranted. And some people do definitely need it. She is the one that taught me that.
very few and far between do I believe a crime warrants the death penalty. I am not one that thinks that death should just be a thing. However, she had 2 years to contemplate her actions, what this was going to do. She had 2 years to turn it around, change her mind. She sat in that bathroom and could have changed her mind, and she didn't. That's why I feel like it warrants the death penalty.
And why don't her people ever talk about that shed that she was selling her booty out of?
Listen, you know that I know that Ruby's Raunchy Playhouse has been a thing. I've said it from the beginning. I don't care if it's a conspiracy theory. I don't
Nobody
care
ever,
if
it's
I'm
not a
making it up.
conspiracy theory
I
because
have
it was
proof.
littles.
I have no proof of it. However, because of
No,
her
but that
behavior,
Facebook
her
page that
actions,
she had was a provocative, it was all about that.
because of her behaviors and her image and who she is and who she portrayed herself, I firmly believe that that was her little whorehouse. I really do believe that she worked out of that.
And she says she's too classy for her OnlyFans, but she's not too classy to cheat on her husband
Listen, I'm not going to sit there and
and
judge
have a baby
anything
by
for
him.
OnlyFans. To each his own. What you
That's
do
why
to
I feel like OnlyFans would be more credible than you sleeping around and getting pregnant while you're married to someone. I mean,
right?
I'm just saying, if you consider that more classy, that's wild to me.
Listen, whatever it takes to put dinner on the table and then every day, do your own thing. However, yeah, take it off TikTok and go take it to OnlyFans. Keep it in 18 up things. There ain't nobody out here should be watching you influence any fucking buddy about anything. Period, point blank. You influenced many people already. You influenced everybody you took advantage of financially with all of the charities and everything else. You influenced Nick when you had him murder your mother for you. You influenced your mother. I believe you influenced the doctors. You influenced your family now. I believe you're influencing your followers now. I believe every single one of those 9.6 million people who follow her are also victims of Gypsy Rose because they are also falling for her manipulation. That's how it all starts with her. She tells you the story, she gets you to feel bad, she manipulates you, and then all of a sudden you're riding hard for her, and she's got income. She's got revenue. It just repeats. The cycle just repeats with her.
And
Sorry,
first of all, did you see her eyebrows in that picture yesterday? Yeah, she is not well.
She was tweezing those eyebrows like it was the early 2000s, man. I'm just saying. We all remember those days. I'm still recovering. I had a Rogaine mine just to get them back. It's hard to recuperate. I don't know why she's plucking them like it was back then. I'm just saying. Because they don't come back there, Jip.
Someone
some
said
work.
80% of her followers are under 18. Yep. And you know what? Their parents are going to have to deal with that.
Think about how scary that is. Think about how scary. I had kids doing cinnamon challenges. Do you remember that whole cinnamon? They're all sucking down, breathing in freaking cinnamon into their lungs. I mean, listen, I may have had one that did a freaking Tide Pod challenge, okay? Mine may not be the brightest, I'm just saying. But these kids that were in their late teens that are being influenced to eat fucking Tide Pods and breathe in fucking cinnamon powder, these are the same people watching this chick fucking sitting there fucking dancing on TikTok like she's Addison Rae with a body count. Come on, man. These are the same influential
well,
kids
she
that are
looking for her
shit.
next. She looking for her next
And
man.
let's be real. This generation is lazy as fuck. They really, truly are lazy as hell. All right? There ain't nobody trying to work, put in any hard work, go to a 9 to 5. They're all trying to make a quick buck looking like, hey, you know what? I'll be out in 8 and I'll be rich, famous. I'll have TikToks, 9 million followers. I'll have a reality show, a show on Hulu, documentaries, and I'll be all up in Dr. Phil's face. That's what they're seeing. That is this generation for you. I'm just saying they are not us. They are not the same as us when we were younger. This is a scary generation being influenced by that piece of crap. Not mine. I'm just saying. Not mine. Not mine. Getting you off the internet is protecting my own. So be it. I'll protect my fucking own and I'll do whatever I can. So there's that. All right, guys. The highest bidder. I'm about to. What are you doing? I'm just saying. I know I get so angry, but I'm just saying. I need to calm from my rant. I mean, but think about it, though. That's who's following her. The same kids who were sucking down Tide Pods. And then, not even that, but it's not like she's some 21-year-old out there throwing finger guns on freaking TikTok. She's fucking 33 years old. Mid-fucking life. I'm sorry, chica. You're midlife. Baby, you're a whole 33 years old. Throwing out finger guns on fucking TikTok. Make it make sense.
You know what? I ain't really think about it like that, but that's true. That is the devil's work.
For real. For real.
I did not, because I would have never did that. Not only would I have never done that, I definitely wouldn't have done that if I went to prison for unaliving my mom.
No.
Like,
listen,
read the room, Bookie.
Hashtag monetized matricide. You monetized your mother's murder. That's all you are sitting out here dancing, acting like people want to look at your, oh, look at my pretty face. Did y'all see the fucking picture she put out today? Wait for my video, y'all. It's coming. I had a busy day today. It will be there fucking tomorrow. But that picture she put out today, talking about I lost, how many pounds did she lose? I lost 25 pounds. First of all, okay, if you lost weight,
Why does she not look the same on live as she looks
that may
on
be
her
a
video?
symptom of your illness. So there's that. But two, tell me why she loses 25 pounds. She gains a 12-inch giraffe neck. She's got an elongated torso. And for somebody who's 4 foot fucking 11, why does she got fucking legs that run for fucking days? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. I lost 25 pounds. Look at me. Honey, you got Photoshop. The paid version. Good job. Just saying. And then talk about, oh, I'm in my real girl era. Are you really? Real what? Shut
Well,
the
I
fucking
mean, you
fuck
could
up.
tell.
Stop photoshopping that shit. Like, let's people fucking really sit there dancing around acting like we don't know that's altered AI. Get the fuck out of here. You got this fat, chubby-ass face. You're sitting there, Christy's on live talking about you look like you're pregnant again, and then you're this felt thing the next day you have to Photoshop. Fuck that shit. Nah. Bullshit. And then you're the fucking reason why I got teenagers and 20-year-olds walking around with fucking body dysmorphia issues. Talking about if Gypsy Rose can go from fat, short, and ugly as fuck to this. Oh, I can go to this too. Nah, bullshit, man. Be real. People like real. People like genuine. I'm just saying there's that. You want a Photoshop version of Ivy Rose nose? Bitch, what? What? I will Photoshop you. I will do the same thing she did. Y'all want to see what I look like? Using the same Photoshop that fucking Gypsy Rose looks like? Shit. I'll have
Well,
people
why
do
does
it
she
right
not
now.
look the
My husband will
same
be like, what you
as
do
her
with your life?
lives? Why does
Shit
she
ain't
not look
real.
the same in her lives? Why?
Because it ain't real. First of all, your neck doesn't grow 12 inches. Come on. She has a fucking giraffe neck in the picture. You didn't grow a collarbone over fucking night, you dumbass. Just saying. But now people are sitting there trying to look like you. Trying to be like, well, if Gypsy Rose can do it, so can I. Nah, you can't, because it ain't real. Just like her fucking story ain't real, just like her abuse ain't real, there ain't none of it about her real. I said what I said. I don't feel bad about it, so there's that. And Moo was here for it too. Bam.
Well, we know that. Oh, we should do the Ryan Anderson. Well, we know that'll be a clip somewhere.
You know it will be. It'll be on Reddit tomorrow, y'all. Stay tuned. I'm sure they're going to have something come out of my mouth that was bullshit and wasn't said. I'll be a post on Reddit tomorrow. I'll be a fucking AI video tomorrow. Like, I can't even. For real. Oh, Ivy Rose don't know shit. Yeah, she sure does.
Well, that's
She knows shit because she was looking at it.
Oh, and I do want to say this. Some of our lives, our stuff is delayed. Like, I don't know if you guys notice, I'll say something and Ivory will respond to it like 30 seconds later. TikTok, there's something with TikTok where the comments, like the response, like it's weird. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. I don't know if it's our Wi-Fi.
It looks like we're constantly over talking each other, but sometimes there's a delay and we don't hear each other. And so it plays a lot different when you watch the playback.
Someone said, I noticed they disconnect. I was like, yeah, I realized it last week when I said something and it was like 30 seconds later and you started laughing and I was like, I know it didn't take her 30 seconds for that to click.
No, I'm usually pretty quick.
So I was like,
yeah. But yeah, that's why when you see we're not really talking over each other. It's just plays back like that. I know a lot of people were like, yeah, a little quicker than 30 seconds. I don't have that big of a delay. Maybe a tad. Sometimes it just goes here, but I catch on. Why would you comment on someone else's looks? Why would I comment on someone else's looks? Because she was asking for it. I mean, the picture, who is it? I wasn't commenting on Gypsy's looks because Gypsy doesn't look like that. But my whole point, the fact that she is influencing people, telling people that she lost 25 pounds from doing absolutely nothing but these TikTok dances, and now she's looking so drastic. When she had a whole nose job, she had a whole new grill put in, okay? She grew her neck on Photoshop 12 inches. I didn't say she was ugly. I didn't say anything negative other than the fact that she massively Photoshopped that and now is out here influencing, showing you this younger generation, again, that eats Tide Pods, that this is possible to reach naturally. And it's not fucking natural. So that's why I could talk about her looks. You don't just grow a giraffe neck and collarbone overnight. Come on. Literally last week, Christy was on a live talking about you look pregnant again. And now she's felt as fuck. Come on. She's 4'11". She's got legs in that picture that goes on for days. Like the Nile fucking River. Come on. Get the hell out of here. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I can't even. I mean, to ask us to believe that is just, you're insulting my intelligence. No, how about you put a real one up that isn't cropped? If you're so proud of yourself and you have all of this confidence, then put it up. Put it up. Just saying. For you having to alter it means you have no confidence. You don't like how you look and you're not so proud of it. Let's be real. You're showing the public that ain't what Ken's looking at under the sheets at night. Let's be all for real.
Is he even looking at it? She said ain't nothing popping.
Her measurements don't add up. The distance between your collarbone and your chin and your diaphragm and your hip bone should not be the same in length. That's not a thing. Especially when you were looking like this yesterday, like a whole fucking turtle. Unalive. Like, come on. So again, I'm talking about how the fact that she photoshops and how it looks absolutely ridiculous.
Equals a beauty queen makes that is beyond me.
It's that chromosome issue. The DNA. The genetic. Excuse me. Wait, what'd you say? She couldn't even crop out the curved door. It shows how bad her editing is. Pokey? That exactly. 100. There you go. Facts. And then let's talk about how proud everybody is of her. Like, wasn't she just talking today about how, you never said you were going to come out of prison being an advocate? She most certainly did. She most certainly did come out of prison saying she was going to be an advocate for prison reform, be an advocate for victims, be an advocate for change. Do we all remember that? And she lied. Now what the hell are you advocating for? What? Ibuprofen? What are you advocating for? I mean, for real, Anna. I'm not even kidding.
She said she's advocating for freedom, I guess.
Get off parole and how can you talk about you're still on parole? What the fuck do you know about being free? You were on parole for a whole ass murder, matricide, baby. You're not free yet. In fact, you should never be free. Mentally, you should always be on lockdown. But not you, because you don't think you did it, because, well, just saying. It's not what Ken's seen under the sheets. Like, talk about a catfish. What's that dude's name from Catfish? I saw him on TikTok before, too. But for real, imagine like, oh, honey, I'm coming home. She's looking like that. Get under the sheets and you're like, where the fuck did that come from? He doesn't even know what you really look like anymore. Yes, Nev, yeah, for real. Like, come on. Like, I can't even. It's just, it's ridiculous. Okay? Look. You look a whole lot better than you did, so just put up the real you. Why fake it? And it's not even like, I'm going to change it a little bit. I'm going to change it once in a while. You know what I mean? Dude, it's drastic. It's obvious. Obvious. Except to maybe those Tide Pod eating, early 20-year-old idiots out there following you, allowing you to influence them. I'm just saying. Okay, that generation, this new generation is not the brightest bunch. Okay? Because they're out here, society's out here giving a murderer an entire platform, an entire celebrity status. Makes no sense.
And she said she didn't want fame. If that's the case, why did you have the cameras meet you right outside the prison? Make it make sense. Like it's all lies.
She was setting up her show and her fame way years before she got out. Her and Christy. Come on. Come on. Redemption arc. Get the hell out of here. It irritates me. It's all about.
She said she didn't even know that people knew she knew who she was. Like, girl, people knew who you were. You said it in another interview before.
Yep. But then again, she admitted in a deposition that she's lied in all her interviews. You can't believe a fucking thing she says in an interview. Because she's lied in all of them. So how do these people take her at face value? Nobody knows who she is.
She just murdered her mom.
Not Rod, not Christy, not Ken. Nobody knows who Gypsy is because Gypsy doesn't know who Gypsy is. Just saying. You can't say she doesn't lie. You can't say she's telling the truth. I don't think the chick knows when she's the difference between lying and truth. She doesn't know when she's lying.
Well, because I can't understand why somebody would trust anyone that plotted their mom's unaliving for 2 years and say, well, Gypsy said, hell, you can't be that slow. Ain't no damn way.
Right. We're talking about TikTok is a job for her. Yeah, she served 8 years in prison for murder. Now she's serving fucking content. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here. Just so she could be victim to people calling her out on her horrible photoshopping skills. I'm just saying. Somebody might want to check her. Like, you might want to run it by Mia before you post it. Like, run it by somebody. It's crazy.
I don't think Mia care.
She doesn't care.
Mia do not like that girl. Mia's
so can she actually not talk about the crime legally? She cannot talk about the crime legally and make money off of it. She still has to be careful with that. So that's why her show is Life After Lockup, and they don't actually talk about the crime itself. So she's making money off the fact that she's known and infamous for being a murderer. Mia's backing away. Mia needs to run. Run and don't stop. That's the loophole. Does she think she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars? I don't know.
Wait, Gypsy on Dancing with the Stars? Gypsy can't even dance.
That's what... I agree. Can you imagine? No, I can't imagine. Do you know how fast that show would be boycotted?
Oh, yeah.
That's not even funny. If she gets some Dancing with the Stars. I mean, Dancing with the Felons, maybe. Is that a thing? You know what, Jip? There you go. Maybe you can make that a thing. But then again, no other convicted murderer came out of prison and became a content creator and a social media influencer, especially when they plotted and planned a whole murder and manipulated a man on social media to kill her mother. Yeah, you probably should stay away from the fucking influencing era. Just saying.
not only that,
Done enough of that. Let's try something new.
she said that she thinks the public's going to do the same thing to the Menendez brothers. But girl, the Menendez brothers have always taken accountability for their actions. Always.
What they did in prison. And let me tell you something. You all know, I know my people have heard me talk about the Menendez brothers before. I have an unpopular opinion. However, they've already served 30 years. Their entire life is pretty much gone. Their whole functioning young life is gone. If they got out tomorrow, I would not be mad. Do I think that they would get out tomorrow, though, and hop up on TikTok? No. No. I really don't. Let's be real. No. Do I think they would actually advocate? Yeah. Yeah, I really do believe
they would do that. Yeah.
I really do believe they would. Do I think the world
they've
needs
been doing that while they've been in
yeah.
prison. So what would make us think that they wouldn't do that?
Yeah. Move, get your butt out of my face. What is you doing? All right. It's possible they're released as soon as next week. You know what, though? That's going to be an interesting release. You know what I mean? I mean, it's one thing to talk about them, but again, nobody, we were talking about how the Menendez brothers were going to get all the hate like she did. No. Now, I'm not a fan of the Menendez brothers. However, they took responsibility and accountability for what they did.
And they've done a lot of good while they've been in prison. A lot.
I agree. Do I think they're going to be out here doing dance trends? No. Do I think a lot of good with what they've learned and who they can reach? Yes. Do I think they're going to get the same hate? No, because I don't think that they're going to come out and try and just be famous and act a fool. And act like, oh, that murder was so 30 years ago. I mean, it was just my mom and dad. I mean, no, I don't fucking think that. They know what they've done was wrong. They say it all the time. So I don't think anybody's going to come out here and hate them. I think they're going to get a massive amount of support, even from people like me who don't agree with what they did and don't think that they should really be out. However, I'm not mad because they served 30 years. And they did it admitting they needed to. So no, they're not going to get a lot of hate. Not from me, they're not. They're going to get a lot of support because I think there's a lot of good that they can do. They can stop that stuff before it happens next time. I think they've learned a lesson. I'm just saying. They've gotten the therapy. They've done the rehab. They're still rehabbing. They know every day is therapy. Every day is a rehab day. They understand that once you're a murderer, you're always a murderer. And that people know that. And they're not going to sit out there and squat with finger guns on TikTok acting like nobody remembers. Just saying.
That's literally the devil's work. Like, when you really think about it, that's the devil's work.
Hell yeah. But it's the truth. Nobody else does that. And you know what? I can't stand Casey Anthony. I freaking can't stand that woman. I believe she killed her daughter. There's no doubt in my mind. I don't care. You can't convince me otherwise. I think she's a disgusting, horrible human. But let me tell you something. Yeah, she was on TikTok to get herself some Substack, but she stays off. Over there, go right on Substack, do your thing. But she ain't out here either, popping a squat with finger guns. You know, she ain't out here trying to influence and be all that. You gotta give a little respect to she. Go over there and do your thing and try and be your whole fucking legal advocacy thing. Like, stay away from me and you're fine over there. But she ain't out here doing damage and influencing the young. She's not. And she's better than you. I'm just saying. She's not. She's not out here acting a fool and acting like, you know what I mean? And bitch, she wasn't even convicted. No, unlike the other one. And she's still like, you know what? Let me slow my roll. I know my place. Like, let me not even test the waters and go over there and start sitting there dancing and like doing all that nonsense and being a makeup. Like, come on. A beauty influencer. Like, get the hell out of here. And she's better looking. She has a better shot at being a beauty influence, but even she knows.
You know, I was thinking that, but I was not going to say that.
It's the truth. But even she knows, I think she's more than aware, as an intelligent human, that that's probably not going to be accepted well. You came on, You knew you were going to get a bad reaction from everybody. Got enough just to get yourself started on Substack. I'll give you that. That was pretty smart. And then she's off. So there's that. She ain't up here acting a whole fool, trying to get reality shows. Like, come on. I can't. Only
he said, I don't want no more of this shit.
Only Gypsy Rose can monetize murder. I'm just saying. And not care. And act like it's all justified. And have a whole freaking gang acting like, oh, let her live her life. Like, let Dee Dee live her life. Oh, wait, she can't. She's dead. So there's that.
That is the
A
devil's
book deal,
work.
who really read it? Let's be real. A book deal's one thing. It's not in my face. It's not in my face influencing my young. Nobody, let's be real, who read it? And that one with her book deal, I can't even. You want to talk about, that needs a ban. Not only does she need a ban, that freaking book needs a ban.
You know what? That's another thing. When you think about that book and then her going into the sex shop, that's diabolic.
Yeah.
Like, if you really put that stuff together,
Slower. Yeah. Seriously. It is. It's absolutely disgusting. I don't get it. And tell me, Ken is so proud. There's Rod talking about, oh, we're so proud. Who's proud? Who's proud? None of them will speak on your book. All right? Let's be real. You know Ken is fucking embarrassed because she did the same thing to Ryan. Talked about Ryan and the pregnancy and having sex with her sister on the television. He got upset. Then she's trying to sit there and pull a whole fucking Amber Heard. Oh, look, he's getting mad at me for nothing. Like, acting like it was no big deal. You know Ken is home flipping out on her because he was already mad about the paternity test. And her doing that without him. All right? And being embarrassed of that. You know that he's embarrassed talking about you told everyone you were getting me a cock ring. Like, come on. Like, that's embarrassing. Let's be real. Talking about how I'm the best he's ever had in bed, and I'm the most adventurous, and I'm the freak, and acting like he just lays there. Like, come on. That's just, you know he's embarrassed. You know he's pissed.
she called Ken a pillow princess.
For real. For real. Seriously.
Like, that was diabolical.
Well, he posted on his Insta that he's in Florida. Oh, with or without her? Did they get into another fight?
Well, that kind of makes sense as to why they haven't. She's been at Christie's.
Yeah, sure does. I've never seen her there so much.
And you haven't seen her with the baby.
They're not fighting. Their relationship is perfectly fine. The whole relationship based on cheating and lies and an adulterous affair, they're perfect. They're perfect. They're soulmates, remember? They're perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing. What happened the last time one of them went to go visit the parents alone? Oh, that's when you left Ryan. Is Ken down there visiting his father by himself?
Probably with the baby.
Oh, without Gypsy? Is he going to come back? Like you didn't come back? Oh, makes you wonder. Maybe there really will be an exciting season 3. Just saying. He's either filing her nails or she's sawing off I don't know what. Sawing off some wood.
Who?
You. You were filing something that was really loud, and I was like,
oh, it's this.
oh.
Like a rhinestone fell off?
Man.
Oh, no. No, a rhinestone fell off, so it looks, it's like you know how like dirt will get stuck in the...
Yeah.
And I'm like, I cannot. Like, that is, it's getting on my nose.
I put the rhinestones on my nails. It gets caught in my hair, and I can't do it. I'm so low maintenance. I'm so simple. See, those are pretty, but yeah, I'm just a simple
Bro, I didn't
person.
even do this French tip. This is from TikTok Shop.
Oh,
The tip is from TikTok Shop. I just put it on like easy
oh,
and put clear polish over it.
what's happening here? Who's Sam? Are you doing a watch party tomorrow night? Yes, Stray Cat, we will be
Yes.
doing the watch party. Yeah. TikTok, yeah. Do you think the lawyer saw her videos of the toothbrush? To be honest with you, I don't know that they saw the videos. They might have. They might
No,
have
I
seen the
don't think
videos.
so. I don't think so
They saw the
because
rest
it
of
was
the
the
videos.
investigators that saw it and like basically recapped it. Well, no, maybe they did
Yeah,
because
but some of them were, that would have had to be put up for evidence. Yeah. Because
yeah,
some of them
so
were
maybe
huge.
they did. Yeah.
Yeah, I would think they did. The lawyer is looking to be her third boyfriend. No, her lawyer's not looking to be her boyfriend. Her lawyer is looking to be her, I don't know.
Look, I'm gonna mind my business on that tip.
Sugar baby? I don't know. He became her manager because that's a Gypsy Rose is the best thing that ever happened to Mike Stanfield. Mike Stanfield had a stagnant law career. He had nothing going on. He was not, some super great education. He was not into a big thing now. Let's be real. Gypsy Rose and the lack of litigation that he needed for that was the best thing that ever happened to him. Because, well, now he's got an office and he's not a public defender anymore. Because he was a whole public defender for 17 years, I believe. You know how unheard of that is to be a public defender for 17 years? Just saying. So, no. That Gypsy Rose is the best thing that ever happened. He's groveling at the fact that he gets to be our manager because, well, maybe it makes him a little bit of money, or at least gives him something to make him feel like he did something right. Because, let's be real, go look at his page, look at his biography. I mean, literally, when the only thing you can say on your law page is that 2020 and, HBO and Hulu and all of this, Lifetime, because I defended Gypsy Rose. That's the best thing that ever happened to you. I don't even know what to say. Dude, she took a plea deal. There was no trial. So, and let's be real, that was handed to you. It's not because of your work. So there's that. But, just saying.
That's
He
insane.
may
It's
have written the
insane.
story by Simon Petryan. No, I don't think it was him who came up with that. I really don't.
No, I think it
I
was
really
Dan
don't.
Patterson.
I do too. Absolutely. Without a doubt, I believe it was Dan Patterson that came up with Munchausen by proxy. Originally, Mike Stanfield was going for battered spouse syndrome. Oh, he defended a murderer. Now they're besties. The families get along. And, he finally got an office now. And, he feels like he's somebody. And Gypsy Rose is all over his Facebook and his page and everywhere. And here's me and Gypsy. And Gypsy's on tonight with the show. And Gypsy's being interviewed. And listen, if you're a whole lawyer and the best thing you could say about yourself is Gypsy Rose, I don't know. Get a new career. I'm just saying. Just my opinion. Yeah, for real. And it happened 17 years after the fact as he's sitting in the public defender's office. Yeah. Finally, he became her manager and got enough money to, but let's be real, what's he doing now? Probably not much.
He's
I do
managing.
parking. What did he say? I do speeding tickets and everything from speeding tickets to malpractice to criminal law because I defended Gypsy Rose. Like,
Which is odd because most attorneys have like a specialty, like what they're, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like they don't just do like general law, like overall just law. Like
yeah.
it's weird.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Exactly.
Yep. Something
That's
doesn't
very
sit.
weird to me.
They do when they need clients. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. And let's be real, how many clients does he have? I mean, he's not out there. You would, if Gypsy Rose, do y'all remember Amber Heard and Johnny Depp? Do y'all remember, what was her name? What was Johnny Depp's lawyer? You know, the chick in white. We all want, I mean, that woman's career like got booted. What was her name? Started with a C. Camille. All right, that woman, first of all, that woman was absolutely freaking brilliant. I want to know her. I want to have her on speed dial and in my back pocket, should I ever, okay? That's who you call when I'm behind bars. I'm letting you all know that. That's who you call. I want Camille right there with me, okay? But Camille, look at her. Look what she did, and now look who she is. That's when you're like, you know what? I had a client. Johnny Depp was my client, but you know what? She did such a great job. She never even had to say, I was Johnny Depp's lawyer. No, she never once used it for clout. Why? Because everybody knew. Everybody watched that trial. Everybody saw what she did. She never had to say it. She never had to take her pride away and be like, I was Johnny Depp's lawyer. No. All she had to do was stand there and smile because people knew exactly who she was because of the damn job she did. It was absolutely brilliant and amazing. And then you got Mike Stanfield, who, well, didn't do much of anything, who stood there and is all talking, I defended Gypsy Rose. I defended Gypsy Rose. Honey, if you're such a tiger, you ain't got to go tell everybody you're a tiger. They should know. But here you are screaming it from the top of your lungs that you defended Gypsy Rose.
But
The person
did you really? Because she didn't go to trial,
No.
so I don't feel like you can
That's
even
what I'm
consider
saying.
that a defense.
None of the facts. There was no, you didn't do much of anything. Patterson pretty much handed you a plea deal and a story. So no, that's embarrassing. You don't sit there. If that really made a name for you, you shouldn't have to go out there and scream it to everybody and tell them who you are. They should
And
already
he
know.
himself said that if he would have took it to court, he would have lost.
Yeah.
Like he himself said that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So again, that's embarrassing. He's not all he claims to be. And in fact, she sits there and acts like, you know, to people like her who, well, aren't really people of status, or I'm trying to say this in a way, to sit there and say, oh, I have a lawyer working for me isn't really much of a flex when it's people like Stanfield. Oh, because I have a lawyer and now my lawyer is my manager, and people hear that and they're like, oh my God, but is it really a flex when it's Mike Stanfield? I mean, let's be real. Okay, you need a pair of shoes, you want a good pair of shoes, you go out and you get yourself a pair of Nikes, because if you go out to Walmart and buy yourself a pair of those shoes, what do you got on your feet? You really got no coverage on your feet. They're not going to serve your purpose. Yeah, they might look good for a minute, but they're cheap. Everyone knows they're cheap, and everyone knows they're not really serving the purpose.
Let's just say he's not like the Bentley of attorneys or anything like that.
No, he's great value. And even that, I would give, I mean, great value. What's less than great value? I mean, he's definitely no frills, okay? Just saying. Listen, Lumi, I'm just saying. Dollar Tree discount bin, that's what I'm saying, right? I mean, here she is showing up at the Dollar Tree with a coupon, and that she picked up Mike Stanfield on the clearance rack. That is the clearance rack of all lawyers. That right there. That's where she got him. And she walks around like, I got a whole law team.
I'm offended
No,
for
you
him.
don't. You couldn't cut it as a lawyer, and so you hired him. And there you go. So let's be all for real.
By that. I would be very offended.
Yeah. It's like it ain't a flex. I mean, come on. You got someone you could afford, and well, he's getting paid something, so I guess you both win. Maybe, but I mean, does she really ever use it? What are you using them for? Maybe some documents, but I mean, sign here. Is it really that fucking complicated? Get a real manager, exactly. What does he know about managing anything?
A real manager, because I do think that
You didn't
initially,
even manage the whole public defender's office for 17 years. You couldn't even accomplish that. That was too high on the totem pole for you to reach. Just saying. For real.
but I honestly thought that I think he thought at one point she was going to get brand deals.
Yeah. We all know how that works. Big
And
lot.
she did. So I think that that's kind of. I do think initially he was not planning for it to go like this.
No. I think he's just desperate because his big break wasn't really as big of a break as he thought it was. So, say no to clowns, now you didn't go to Kmart. I am obsessed with her. I sell myself just told me I was obsessed with something. All right, I was obsessed with her. Says I sell myself. You're on the wrong app, baby. That's OnlyFans. Bye. Someone boot her. I can't. Do not come in here trying to be serious with a name like I sell myself.
That's Gypsy.
I know.
It only had 5 followers.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm sitting there. Do that shit barefoot because I want to see her feet. Because I bet you she's got an OnlyFans. It's just not showing her face. Somewhere we're gonna see the tattoo slide. We're gonna see the. I'm telling you, she's on OnlyFans. She's on the freaky part, you know, the ones where they're like, let's have nose kisses, and you could just, it's something freaky, something crazy, like out of the blue, like weird.
I do think she's on the prowl for like a man because that's why she's doing all those types of videos.
Yeah, and that again goes right back to her history and who she is, and just showing that it repeats itself. That's exactly what she did the last time and the time before that.
Just real quick.
Guys, hold on 1 second. Nina, take over. I gotta mute 1 second.
Yeah, I do think she's out on the prowl looking for another guy. But I think she did that with the P.O. box initially too, because remember when she opened up that P.O. box? I think that was the purpose. But she was getting all sorts of crazy stuff. People were sending her wild stuff. When I seen what people were saying they were sending her, someone said they sent her a Barney doll. Someone said they sent her pictures of Dee Dee, I think. I had seen a couple of people that said they sent weird, crazy stuff to her P.O. box. So I think that's, but I do think initially when she did the P.O. box, she was trying to catch a guy. I do think that. Not you'd send her a wig, that would send me. I wish she would tell us what people had sent. Because I'm sure it was even wilder stuff than that. The only thing we know is the people that spoke out about it. But I'm sure it was wild. Oh, you're not in the States. Like a synthetic wig, that would be funny. But we'll have to see. What do you guys think is going to happen tomorrow on her show? I think tomorrow's episode is going to be very interesting. Y'all, I'm sorry. I just can't wait till tomorrow to do it because I have so much stuff to do in the morning and my daughter has therapy and I can't walk around with my nails looking crazy. And honestly, if I don't do it when I'm sitting still, I won't do it.
Who said she's not going live tomorrow?
She said she wasn't.
Gypsy?
She said that last week, yeah.
Oh, why? Because Ken's not here?
Well, I think we need to just see on the show tomorrow and we'll be able to know.
Oh. There's got to be a reason. Because why doesn't she just go live with Christy or by herself? like she's been doing in the bathroom at Christie's, all by her lonesome. Oh, what did she say? Ken worked 6 days straight, is what she said in her live 2 days ago, right? Didn't she say that Ken had to work 6 days straight? Oh, I see.
Yeah, taking care of their
Like a
daughter.
blind man.
That's what it is. 6 days straight taking care of their baby.
I don't know. Or is he doing her a favor? Who should be watching out for her? I'm just saying. Not Gypsy having a man run her errands. Be careful.
Dear God, Ivory, dear God.
I'm just saying.
Not you're just saying.
Her lives got banned for 3 days. Whose live got banned for 3 days? Gypsy's? I'm not that lucky. Come on, man.
Not you're not that lucky.
My nose. I'm not picking my nose. I'm just trying to get the cat hair off of it.
It's okay, Ivory. If you're picking your nose, we accept you for who you are.
Listen, I would totally pick it. Okay? I'd be all up there digging, like, right in my brain if I needed to. But
Not
I
like
just
a
got.
toddler.
Do you have a neighbor to help with that or something? I know, right? Do you guys remember her saying that? First of all, when she said that, what she said was, can't you have one of your guy friends come over and help? That's what she said. Isn't that what she said to Christy?
Yeah.
Can't you have one of your man friends come over and help? What man friends? I haven't seen much of Christy since that episode, so there's that. Wonder what's going on there. Was that the same episode she was passed out high as a kite on the couch? Chicka chicka bow wow. I can't. That's exactly what I thought. I'm like, oh, when the rod's away, the cat will play, huh? Or when the cat's away, the mouse, whatever's going to play. Christy's going to play. When the rod's away, Christy will play. Let's be real. We both know that as much as they're apart, they've got to know that there's others. I'm just saying.
Oh, Lord.
That was for Hurricane Francine. Yeah. She looked like she'd play. She looks like she's been played. She could see the wear and tear on that toy. Just saying.
Oh, Lord.
How about when Ken invited Christy to the baby moon?
That's because Ken wasn't trying to go to Pound Town.
He was like, you want me to go be out in the middle of nowhere where you're trying to take my cell phone, the mommy murderer, you murdered a whole person, you want me to be alone with her in the middle of nowhere where I can't just run out the door for help? Or, hell no, she'll hide my keys. You know we had triple backups of that key. Yeah, he was like, nope, you know I can't run. Nah, he's like, you're not taking my cell phone. We all know he can't run. He knew he couldn't run.
Oh,
No, like, I can't get away from her. The hell out of here. Nope. That bitch has been pushing wheels for 20-something years. Like, she's got the strength to what? He was like, I don't stand a chance.
Oh,
When she said, I'll hide the phones, yeah, he was like, no, what if there's an emergency and we need to call 911? I was like, I can't. He did not say, what if there's an emergency? I was like, he was already predicting that he was going to need help. He was like, what if I need help? No, fuck that. You can go outside and get something on that.
but I'd be pissed if she had to me. Like, girl, I'm not. No. Like, girl, you know you did not have
I
my
love the
phone.
videos that say run and then show him running away. Whoever, I don't remember who posted that video of him running to the forest thing, the Forrest Gump thing. I about died when I saw that. I don't know whose video that was.
Think about the fact that Lifetime posted that, like put that in, like they knew what they was doing. Lifetime
They
was
knew,
playing the hell out of him too.
they knew everything that they were doing. And it's just like, I've had enough of this crap. I don't want to do it no more. Hey, I can't even run. I can't even wag a little tail without them catching me and calling me out for it. Like, come on. I'd say he runs like a girl, but he don't even. Because, I'm just saying. He was trotting like a pony. I don't even know what to say.
Man,
I mean, what do you call that?
like,
I mean,
that's your man? Like, seriously?
yeah, I don't even know. A gallop? Yeah, I don't know what that was. A hop? I don't even know. I don't even know what that was. A frolic. That's what it was, a frolic. Y'all are so funny. Hey, Courtney. He was trotting. He sure was trotting. Runaway groom. I can't. This chat is on fire tonight. Look like how my grandpa wins when his hurts.
Man,
You guys got me saying one.
not the way your grandpa rolled.
Oh, he's starring in the new Lifetime reality show. How to get a guy after lockup.
Mm,
That's funny.
that's
Toddler. He was toddling. He was prancing. Prancing, that's a good word. He was prancing.
oh, come on.
Twinkle Toes was prancing.
I don't even like him, but come on.
Auntie, stop it. That was so funny.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But at least say hi to me. Hi, Maddie.
That is too funny.
She's fuming. She spent all that cash at that dirty shop. Tina Lou.
They were still on the live saying that's a lingerie shop. Like they literally were still calling that a lingerie shop. I was like, the disrespect.
A lingerie shop comes in 4 sizes: small, medium, large, and bigger. That's wild. She spent $400, but if you watch it, there she was telling Bree that she had so much of that stuff that still hasn't been used yet. So if you had all of that stuff that hasn't been used yet, why the hell are you buying more? That's number one. Number two, dude, what was up with the angel wings? Like, were you gonna go blow Joe and be Dee Dee reincarnate? Like, what was happening there? Like, I don't even know what was up with the angel wings? Where were you trying to fly away to? I can't. Like,
And she said she black or white wings. Like, girl, are you trying to take Ken to heaven or hell? Which one?
Ken was wearing the wings. Talking about Pegasus Ken. I can't. Pegasus Ken was trotting. I can't. He needed an adventure. A gypsy adventure. Here we go. Backpack. Like, come on.
Man, not backpack. God forgive us.
With his P ring. Stop it. You guys are so funny.
First of all, I guess he needed a ring because, I mean,
Wait. Who just said I would ask the map to get me
wait, what?
I was talking about backpack, like Dora the Explorer, like, backpack.
Yeah.
So Amber in my comments goes, yeah, and I would ask the map to get me the fuck out of there. I don't know why I found that.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm dying. Oh my gosh. She said, yeah, that's the map to get us the fuck out of there. I can't even. Oh, I
Man,
can't. I'm dying.
too
It
late.
was
He stuck.
all Eli. Oh.
He said too late. He stuck.
Swipe or no swiping?
She is so nuts.
Gypsy the Explorer. Let's go on an adventure.
And she got that bob, so that's it tracks. That tracks.
Listen, if I don't see some kind of AI video tomorrow about Gypsy the Explorer with a map and the swipe or no swiping, man, I'm going to be disappointed. Someone needs to do that because that's funny. No, she's got
You
the whole
know who
board.
the little monkey could be?
Oh, I forgot about what was the monkey's name? Yo, what's the monkey's name? It's Boots. Who's Boots?
Yeah.
Bree?
It starts with a B.
Bree?
Yep.
We're gonna go on an adventure. I can't even. Oh my gosh.
And that's actually pretty on brand for last week.
I can't. I'm dying. I can't. Oh. I can't even.
That
That
is
is-
actually pretty on brand. You cannot deny that being on brand.
Yeah, no. I'm telling you, I want to see that video. I know somebody out there could do something like that. Oh, Christy, since Ken likes her around, yeah, that's wild. Who takes their mother-in-law, their stepmother-in-law? Or first of all, just the fact that he was like, he knew he was going to the
To
house.
save him.
He's like,
That's-
I've seen this movie. I know how it ends. I'm not going by myself. Listen, she's already killed one mother. Maybe she'll do the second, and I got a chance to run or trot away. Like, he really thought about that. He's like, I'm taking witnesses, alibis, all of it. He's like, I'm not going up there by my damn self. You want to film Lifetime? Let's go. The whole crew's coming. Don't. He laid her on a bed. He's like, oh, don't leave yet. Nope, we're good. I'll just go over here and wash my face. Don't leave me alone with her. He wasn't having it. I think it's so funny. He had Lifetime there just in case. Yep. Then all of a sudden, like the show's ending, and he's like, "Fuck, where are you all going? Come back, come back!"
I didn't know y'all was gonna leave me here with her.
Right, sitting out on the swing. He's like, "Wait, there's knives in there. There's a whole lake over here. Like, don't leave me here." Definitely had a camera in her backpack. She sure did.
He said, "Somebody save me, please."
This time, guys, can we make sure that the lawyer prints what's on the SD card of the camera, okay, for this one? Just make sure we remember those pictures in the camera.
Oh Lord.
Forget about them like the last crime. We'll be prepared this time.
And what is Bree is gonna be Nick.
Yeah. Yep.
But we're not going to fight for Bree because she wrote her own check.
Oh, no, she brought the toothbrush, the toilet brush, every brush. She brought all the brushes and her wings. She's going to fly the toothbrush right away after she does Ken in. I'm just saying.
Not Kenan. You know what? I have to say, let me show you this. This is what I used. And look how good it looks.
Let me see. Oh, that's nice. Let me see what
Like,
you
and
used.
these are-
Oh, those are nice.
and they're sturdy. Like, look, they're very sturdy.
I do mine. Mine stay on for weeks at a time. Mine are really good.
Yeah, and these you like put gel on. I have little rhinestones that I bought from like the actual nail store, and so I just put these two hearts on it. But like these are just like they come with the French. It's so easy.
That's cute.
I was like, this is just, it's easy.
You
Cause
got
I,
like
yes, like I'm gonna actually, I have to do a post about it because they sent it to me for free to try. And I was like, I actually really like these. I like them a lot.
they look good. They look good. They look really good.
It looks like I went and got them done. Now
You,
you,
you
first of
do.
all, it's been a whole 2 months since I've went to get my nails done, and I've been doing like nails from TikTok Shop, and it's been
Uh-huh.
working out, which is shocking because
You went
I'm
to the brothers and go and get your nails done?
yeah, and I used to go every 2 weeks, like literally faithfully every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I was like,
I,
it just kind of makes sense. First of all, my nail tech is about 45 minutes to an hour drive. And I was kind of tired of making that drive. So I was like, and then I really didn't want to just try like another place because I was like, if I would just rather go to him. But when I found these, and then, those other nails where you could, like, it comes with the designs and everything on it already.
mhm.
So two brands sent me two of those. So I'm waiting to see what those are like.
Man, I love the fact that I can just whip mine off when I need to and put them right back on, and I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Line, waste the time.
And they come in 5 colors. So
Does it
there's like a
in that
brown.
box? In that box,
Yeah.
it comes in 5 colors, or
Yeah.
you have to buy them
Five,
separately.
no, 5 sets.
Oh,
Yes.
does it like come in nudes and then brighter colors and like sets of
Yeah.
like?
So I actually, once I received these, I ordered the ones that have like light pink, dark pink, a middle hot pink, all these different shades of pink, like 5 shades of pink. I ordered those because I was like, oh, I'll probably do that for my birthday.
Oh,
Um,
that's
and then I ordered the short ones for Lonnie because she wants to do her nails.
well. I got my kids little ones too that they do.
Yeah, and I think these are really cool because I know they're sturdy.
Hmm.
Because I don't want her to
Yeah,
be having nails flicking off at school.
I
But
know. Well, like
these, you actually paint the gel on the nail and you cure it.
oh,
Yeah, so it's a gel that puts these on.
oh wow,
So it
that's
cures to your
okay.
nail. Yeah.
Yes, see, I like mine shorter too. Someone was just saying that they like theirs. I don't. I need to be able to function, and
These are
because I
really
can
not
go to
that
work and
long.
be in this, I have to be able to rip mine off because I can't wear them at work, and so I want to be able to just peel them off and go about my day, and then it doesn't really ruin the nail underneath that bad, or at least I don't have that issue. So
No, it doesn't ruin the nail. That's what I do like about these. But they're easy to put on. They have them in shorter lengths. They have them in different shape. They have them in almonds. They have them in just totally straight. They have it in stiletto.
in squared,
Yeah, they
like
have
the
those. Those are the ones that I ordered for Lonnie. So they have the exact same colors, but in different lengths and shapes and sizes and all that.
yeah. See, I like that.
But I ordered
Yeah,
these.
I'm just using a fake nail. I just put on the fake nails. Someone was asking me. Yeah, I don't.
But the thing is, like now going to get my nails done, I was paying like $150 every 2 weeks for a mani pedi. I'm still getting pedicures.
Yeah, see, I need pedicures because I walk barefoot a lot and I walk a lot and my feet are horrible. I just like to go get my feet soaked and massaged. I don't care about I could paint them myself, but I just like them to rub my feet.
Yeah, no, I'll still get pedicures. So,
Did Ken ever give Jip a promise ring? No, he didn't. She did, however, give him one.
yep.
Ivy Rose, can you check out Gypsy's video on her story and tell me if that baby is too old for colic? How old's her baby now? 4 months and it's getting colic now? Yeah, I don't like when they sand my nails and I got cut a couple of times pretty bad. I don't like when they mess with my. I don't like people touching me. I know it sounds weird, but like even massages, I go to a specific place and there's only one person I like to do my massages because I don't like people touching
You
me.
don't
It's
like
weird.
people touching you. I can see that because you like to
I
fight.
I don't like to what?
I said because you would have fought them.
Yeah, like I don't like people touching me. I don't like, and even when I get my feet done, I like them soaked, but it aggravates me because number one, my feet are ticklish, and it really like skeeves me out for people to touch my feet. I don't like the feeling. So I'm just like, can you just not do that? And they're like, no, I'm like, just let me soak for an extra 10 minutes and you ain't got to rub them. Like, you ain't got to do all the scraping and stuff because I don't like people to, it's just gross. Even a massage, I'm
You
like,
gotta get the crust off the feet, okay?
listen, they can, I don't like when people touch my feet. I don't like when people touch me because I'm like, how many people's feet have you been all in their skin and now you're over here at my feet? I don't know. I overthink things and I get skeeved out. Like I really do. I'm like, I can't. It could be.
So
I don't
over
care.
here, they wear
How
gloves when they do your feet.
Hotels skeeve me out. I don't care how much I paid for it. I've been to not top notch hotels. I spent thousands of dollars at a night, and I still get skeeved out by them. I don't care what kind of robe they give me. That's nasty. Like I'm just gross. I can't. Things gross me out.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But
Like
all
people
right,
touch me.
y'all, I'm gonna get off just because, I can't wake up late tomorrow.
Oh yes.
And Friday, I don't think the kids have school for Good Friday. I'm kind of excited. A long weekend.
My kids are off all week for spring break.
See, we had spring break like a month ago.
Oh, see, pray for me now. Please, everyone, keep me in your thoughts and prayers. My kids are home all
I
week,
wish.
right into Easter. So, yeah.
I wish. They're off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Isn't it?
And then Good Friday, and then next Friday they're off. Well, so they're off Good Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Easter Monday, right?
Yeah,
Then,
I think Easter Monday they're off because it is a 4-day weekend.
yeah. This whole week is going to, man, I'll be running around like crazy. So just understand if I'm looking wild in my videos, if I'm coming on live and just wanting to yap away, that I've been around, too much. I've been around too much of the kids. Yeah.
That's gonna be funny.
I have wine, so we're good. And we'll call it Jesus juice and get me through this Easter week. By the way, listen, have the price of eggs gone down yet though? Because I gotta color Easter eggs and those eggs are freaking $6-7 a dozen, dude. What are y'all painting? I need to find something.
Them plastic eggs.
Right? Happy juice to be one with Jesus. Amen. Amber, amen. There you go.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
go get some sleep. Go get some sleep.
Good night, y'all.
I will see you tomorrow.
Thank you for the gifts.